Hello Internet, welcome back to the Digital Monster Club. My name is Mark and this is Minecraft Monday. And I'm doing the advancements again. So picking up where I left off, I'm going to go after the ghast advancements again. So my original idea was to use a choke point to deal with the ghast, but they don't really like to stay in enclosed spaces, so trying to keep them in there or keep them around the portal is actually a bloody nightmare. There we go, just like that. So the trick to moving with these things, first of all, you want to definitely put on invisibility so that they're not targeting you while you're trying to move them around. Secondly, you need a fishing rod. When you cast, or while you have them hooked, that is when you want to move. And then once you get them in the direction you need them to go, you let go and then quickly cast again so that you hook them again. It gives you better control over where they're going at all times. So now, purple wool. Oh man, but get up my sword that way. Oh well. Okay, so going to this. Ground's not going to stay on fire quite so much. Are you kidding me? Get the... Cannot believe this thing. Alright. For the zombie villager one, what you're gonna... Oh, actually need to grab one. Zombie villager. Okay. Oh. So, you find a zombie villager, and you need to... you don't need to... It's a very good idea to have everything prepared before you encounter zombie villager. So either go to a village and directly interfere with the village so that a zombie attacks a zombie villager and hopefully turns it into a zombie villager. Say that right? Attacks a villager and turns it into a zombie villager, yeah. So then have a splash for weakness and hit it. Now it's emitting bubbles. And feed it the golden apple. Now it's emitting red bubbles, and that means that it is currently changing back into a villager. And this can take a few minutes. So while we're waiting for that to work, in the advancements, Nether. Relieve the blaze of its rod. Well, it's pretty easy. On a blaze, kill him. In the Nether, blazes will typically come out of a blaze spawner that are found in Nether fortresses, and all you gotta do is kill one, and they, as far as I know, always drop a blaze rod. Then you just pick up the blaze rod and you get that achievement. Then the next one was brew a potion. So you gotta create a potion stand, or brewing stand rather. You need blaze powder to power it, so you can break down a blaze rod into blaze powder. Then make a bottle, fill it with water, and then grab some nether wart. And this little arrow here will tell you the progress of it. And just making an Ochre Potion out of this, which is the base for pretty much every potion that you can make, this will get you on your way. And you just pull it out, and as long as it's a potion, the advancement will pop up. So Furious Cocktail, still working on that one. It's tricky, as is the kill one of every hostile monster. I'll give you my best on those, but they're not working out quite so well for me right now. Anyways, there's a fun one called Sniper Duel, and that's to kill a skeleton from more than 50 meters away. So if you can see the setup right here, this is basically, if you light up the area like this, it helps prevent monsters from charging up at you while you're on your stand here. But the blocks have been marked so that it's 10 blocks from the front part where I'm standing, which is right here. So that first double stack is 10. Second one's 20, 30, 5, 45, 50. So past here is 50 meters from that spot. So that's what I recommend that you kind of set up as, at least some kind of marking system so you know how far you need to be shooting at. So let's see. Alternatively, you can just try to shoot at a zombie that is almost at the edge of your field of view. There we go. So, wait, what was that? Oh, uneasy lines. Okay. So that one way back there. Huh. This president spawn. Was that actually not 50? It's weird. Should absolutely be. Yeah, the like default field of view is something like 55, 60 meters from you for spawning in monsters. You are still going. What the heck? Alright, so... here... Nope. Yeah, if you have a fire enchantment on your bow, it will not take effect in the rain. And Infinity works well for this. There we go. So it does need to be a ways away. So there's that. And then... Hey, look at him! Looks like a person again. Oops. Okay. Oh, hey. Go away. Go away. Go away. I'm busy. Okay. So, then, we have an advancement, which is necessary for getting the wither, which is to obtain a wither skeleton skull. So, first of all, you're gonna want a sword that has the looting enchantment. Looting 3 if you can get it. And then you're going to go into the Nether, you're going to find a Nether fortress, and you are going to kill a ton of withers. Or not wither skeletons. So here's another fortress. Bunch of Nether brick creation. These things. So there's blaze rods spawn here, or blazes spawn here. And I'm on the battlements, I guess is what you would call them. The app description. Oops. Which is the top layer. But don't be scared to go inside. Oh, that's not one. I am mistaken there. Alright. And around the Nether fortress will spawn wither skeletons. So, where? Well, there's none spawning here, but I'll spawn one myself and show you. Okay, so they look like skeletons. They're darker. They drop coal and stone swords when they die, and they afflict you with the wither status. But when killed, they have a low percent chance. I'm talking like 1/1000th normal. That's why you need the looting. Because then they have a better chance of dropping their skull. And you need that to spawn the wither. So, oh, look, right there. Awesome. So yeah, just pick up the skull and the advancement will pop. Definitely do not do this without that looting enchantment, though. It's going to make all the difference. Oh, second one. Awesome. And then going to give this there you go. You gotta, for Return to Sender, staying close helps you to control the direction of the fireball. Moving to the side and adjusting your field of view also decides where it's gonna go. And you gotta time it just right. It is tricky. And super annoying. Okay, so then there's an advancement for trading with a villager. So just find a villager. And typically you're going to need emerald. Sometimes they'll be lucky enough to let you trade something else, like paper, coal, sometimes foodstuffs. So you really just got to find a village. There's one right over there in the distance. So you just look around, find a village, and then find one, talk to them, and or just right click and make a trade. Okay, what else do we have? We have change your respawn point, which is fairly simple. Make a bed, which is 3 wooden planks below 3 blocks of wool. And Time night. Night. And you can only sleep at night, so it's also the only way to change or use your bed. So do that. Just be aware that when you break your bed, you also break that spawn point. You will spawn at the world spawn point. So if you change where you you're changing where you're operating and you break your bed to do that, just don't die. That's the only advice I can give you. So for the hired help achievement, you need 4 blocks of iron. Place it in a T-shaped configuration. And place a carved pumpkin on the top. And it spawns an iron golem, and the achievement will pop that way. It doesn't actually need to be... The village doesn't need to be under attack for the achievement to pop. The golem just needs to spawn in. You can see my first one that went wrong. So 4 blocks of iron is pretty easy to make. The carved pumpkin, new addition, you need to use shears on a pumpkin, which will give you a carved pumpkin. We'll turn it into a carved pumpkin and also give you some pumpkin seeds. So, very simple. There are 2 advancements here. One is a throwaway joke, which is throw a trident at something. Tridents are dropped from the drowned, which are only found in the ocean. They're a hostile mob, so you gotta be lucky enough to get them to drop one. And then there's very, very frightening, which is strike a villager with lightning, which means that you have to enchant your trident with the channeling effect on it. Now that is a whole thing on its own. That is better done rather than explained. So I'll leave that to you. This is quite a thing. But trident, just right click. And okay. There we go. Thunder. Okay. There we go. Whoa! Okay, so it's gotta be raining and thundering, not just raining, for the very, very frightening advancement. Oh my gosh, this is my new favorite thing. So yeah, make sure that you enchant your trident with loyalty, which returns it to you in case that you miss. And then channeling, which will call down lightning strike during the rain. So force mortal means that you need to get a totem of undying, which you can get from the Vex and Vindicators in Woodland Mansions. So, oops. And you'll get a few totems undying during a run-through of a Woodland Mansion, which is where the Vex and Vindicators spawn. Okay. Cut out that audio there. Okay, so for the Postmortal, you just gotta be at the point of death, right click on the Totem of Undying, while you die. And then quickly get out of the situation that was going to kill you. So if you're drowning, make sure you get out of the water. And then the totem will give you regeneration for regeneration 2. So that's a minute and a half. Or no, that should be 45 seconds. So try not to use the totems on dying until you really need to. Okay, so then we have an advancement called Monsters Hunted. Now, unfortunately, I haven't been able to find an actual list that states which monsters are required, and the wiki page that I'm using lists monsters, but it doesn't make the definitive list of it. So here's some of the monsters that you're going to need to or monsters and mobs you're going to need to deal with. So you definitely need to kill Blaze, Cave Spider, Creeper, probably Drowned, probably Elder Guardian, Enderman most likely. I'm not sure about Endermites. Evokers, Ghast, Guardians, Husk, Magma Cube, Phantom probably, Shulker, I believe so. Silverfish, absolutely. Skeleton, Slime, Spider, absolutely. Stray, I believe so. Vex, Vindicators, it should be. Witch, definitely. Wither Skeletons, most likely. Zombies, absolutely. Zombie Horse, I think so. Zombie Pigman, probably. Zombie Villager, I'm not sure. Bats, I don't believe so, but Polar Bears, definitely. So you need to kill 24, and this is 26. So I think 2 of these don't count. So the bat I don't think counts, and 1 of these does not count. But these are all the ones that I'm. That's 9, 18, 27, 28. So 4 of these don't count. I just don't know which ones. But yeah, it's a long process, but you'll get there eventually. Just make sure to kill the naturally spawning enemies in the biomes that you visit and the areas that you visit. So Blaze and Ghast and Zombie Pigman and Wither Skeleton and Magma Cube, I'll spawn in the Nether. Cave Spider is in Abandoned Mines. Creeper, the Witch, the Zombie, Spider, Enderman, Slime, Skeleton are normal spawns. The Vex and Vindicator spawn in the Woodland Mansions. The Polar Bear spawns on ice biomes. The Silverfish spawns in strongholds. You gotta break certain blocks, or if you do the fake Ender Portal in a Woodland Mansion, that can spawn Silverfish. Shulkers in an End City. The Guardian and where's the Elder Guardian? Elder Guardian are in the Ocean Temple. Zombie Villager is a rare normal spawn, but or rare spawn of normal occurrence. How do I say it? It's a rare spawn of naturally occurring mobs. There's no special conditions for it. Of course, you can always force an appearance at a village by getting a zombie to attack a regular villager. Oh, and Evoker is also found at the Woodland Mansion. Oh, Vex, that's the attack of... Never mind. I remember that was confusing the hell out of me. That one probably not. Yeah, Vindicator and Evokers. Evokers spawn Vexes. Husk and strays. They're a little tricky. I haven't encountered them yet in casual play, but you're supposed to spawn in the world. They're basically just like regular zombies, I guess. Drowned only spawn in the ocean. Using an ender pearl has a 5% chance of spawning an endermite, so you just gotta use a lot of ender pearls, I guess. The phantom spawns into the game when you have ignored sleeping for a while, so like 2 or 3 days. The zombie horse, which is formerly known as a skeleton horseman, they spawn during a fraction of thunderstorms. These are actually one of the more difficult mobs in the game. They're called skeleton traps. When you come within 10 blocks, lightning strikes the horse. The trap transforms the skeleton horse into a skeleton horseman, or zombie horseman now. They can attack you with enchanted bows, and they move very fast. So that one I'm not so sure is part of the achievement. Okay, so then we also have Husbandry, and you start that by eating any kind of food. So you have breed 2 animals together and breed all the animals. So the breedable animals are sheep, rabbits, horses, mules, donkeys. The horses, mules, and donkeys count as the same thing. Then llamas, cows, chickens, pigs, turtles, mushrooms, cats, and dogs. So my cats have disappeared. Despite my best efforts trying to turn the ocelots into cats has not been working in my games for the last like 2 years. So I don't know what's going on. Sheep, cows, and mushrooms will breed with wheat. Chickens require seeds, so wheat seeds, beetroot seeds, pumpkin seeds, melon seeds. Those count. Cats will get tamed and will also breed with fish, so cod, tropical salmon, and puffer. Llamas use hay bales. Turtles use seagrass. Pigs and rabbits use carrots, and horses will use apples. And then so just to give you an idea, you just right click on 2 animals that can breed with their food, and they will emit hearts. They'll move together, and then they will drop experience orbs, and a little baby will appear. And then you just repeat the process with the other ones. So chicken, seagrass, carrots, pigs, rabbits, the wolves use any kind of meat. But this wolf is currently aggroed, so he's not going to do it. Then there's wheat, so sheep and mushroom. Mushrooms are found in mushroom biomes. Those are very rare spawns of the world. Very rare biomes. So you gotta get lucky with that. And then Apple. Oh, pardon me. You have to tame llamas and horses before they will breed for you. And that's one of the advancements as well. So you tame an animal. You have to right-click on tameable animal with an empty hand. And wait till it kicks you off. Best way to know is when it is tamed is whether or not it will move when you press the directional controls. Let's try this. Not working. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. But that's how that works. And of course the llamas. They use hay bales. Just be careful, the llamas will actually, they're a neutral mob, but they will attack others by spitting at them. So be careful when you approach it, and be careful that you don't pen too many other animals near the llamas, because they will do that. I'm going to take care of this burning forest for a moment. Okay, so then we also have seed place, which is plant a seed and watch it grow. And then there's serious dedication, which is completely use up a diamond hoe and reevaluate your life choices. So where did that go? Here it is. So diamond hoe, it has 1,028 uses, I believe, is the number for it. And all you have to do is, first of all, I need to be in survival to get this to work. Just hoe 1,028 blocks. They don't need to be next to water. If it is next to water, it will stay wet farmlands. Otherwise, it will just be tilled land and eventually pop back into regular dirt. And you just do that until it wears out. As for planting... Oh, that's why I needed the seeds. Yeah, whatever. The plant a seed and watch it grow. Any seed will do, whether it's pumpkin, melon, beetroot, or wheat seeds. Just plant them. And then catch a fish, and catch a fish without a fishing rod. So where put those? Okay, so catch a fish without a fishing rod. So all right, catch a fish. You need a fishing rod. So cast it. That's not it. So it's gonna bob and emit bubbles. But what you want to do is you wait until. Where are you? There it is. That stream of bubbles. It drops, and then you right-click to hook it in, and you will get a fish. And then tactical fishing. This sounds amusing. Find a water system that has fish out in the open. I think there was some over here. Squid. There we go. So approach the fish. And just use an empty bucket on it. That's something you're probably going to want a lot of empty buckets for. Or just have some armor with Respiration, Aqua Infinity, and Depth Strider, and move fast. Okay, and the last one in the Husbandry is Balanced Diet, which is to eat everything that is edible even if it's not good for you. There are 36 possible items. Or 36 items on the list. There are 37 items you can eat. So, golden carrot, golden apple, enchanted golden apple. And then you've got mushroom stew, beetroot stew, glistering melon, raw pork chop, cooked pork chop, apple, bread, raw cod, salmon, tropical fish, puffer fish, cooked cod, cooked salmon, cake, cookie, melon slice, dried kelp, raw beef, steak, raw chicken, cooked chicken, rotten fish, spider eye, carrots, baked potato, poisoned potato, raw rabbit, cooked rabbit, pumpkin pie, rabbit stew, raw mutton, cooked mutton, and beetroot. So yeah, it's a lot of items, and you can only eat these items when you're hungry, of course. The cake, when you place it, actually acts more like a block, and can only be eaten 1/6 of it at a time. The rotten flesh has a 20% chance of poisoning you when you eat it. Poisoned potato. The spider eye. The raw food also has a chance of decreasing your health, hunger, whatever it is, when you eat it, because it's unsanitary. But yeah, this is something that takes a while. Cookies are made with wheat and cocoa beans. Cake is eggs, wheat, sugar, and buckets of milk. And then mushroom stew is a bread and brown mushroom with a bowl. Beetroot soup is beetroot with a bowl. Baked potato you put in a furnace. Spider eye doesn't do anything when you eat it, but you can eat it. Dried kelp is literally kelp in a furnace. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Glistering melon slices, golden carrots, golden apples, and enchanted golden apples. Basically, the either apple, melon, or carrot combined with gold ingots or gold nuggets in some form of it. And the enchanted golden apples, of course, the golden blocks. So that's a nightmare. And then pumpkin pie is pumpkin with sugar. So it's definitely inventive. Okay, so there's a achievement called the Furious Cocktail, and have every potion effect applied at the same time. So the ones that count here are fire resistance, invisibility, night vision, poison, regeneration, potion of the Turtle Master, potion of swiftness, potion of strength, leaping, water breathing, and weakness. This is a very interesting combo. Nope, the other ones don't affect. I don't know why it's not popping. It's literally right off the wiki. Okay, let's try it again. It's supposed to be able to work with the slash potions, but it did not. So, fire resistance, invisibility, leaping, night vision, poison, regeneration, swiftness, water breathing, weakness, strength. Why is not... From the Turtle Master. These are not activating. There we go. There we go. Okay, it's not activating in mine. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm in a creative world and not survival, but it seems like that's why I would do that. Okay. There's that, there's that, there's that. Alright, I'm going to save the Wither, Beacon, and Ender Eye, and End for the next video. Oh, and the fifth tab, which is everything in the end. But... we're almost through it, and there is... not that much left. So thank you for joining me for this video, and hope you found it informative. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope your weather's not as bad as my game. And hope you come back for more videos. But until that happens, take care.